This is Jay Rogers right here. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all that good stuff. Jay's Pets at Reptiles. And today I figured we'll give you blog number 3 and we'll start out how I start my day and a couple updates on a couple of things that I've been doing. So first thing I do in the morning is I have my coffee. I can't work without coffee. So I work on my coffee, and the next thing I do is I watch a little Chameleon. So I'll bring you that. So the next thing I do is watch a little bit Chameleon. This is with Brian Turta. You always got to start your day with Chameleon. So the reason I watch Chameleon is just because I'm super excited of what he's always up to. He's a big inspiration on what I want to do with my channel. I want to do things up here. So setting up like a small little zoo kind of style thing, it's gonna be a little hard and challenging, but saving up, doing some things, and I'll get to it eventually. I'm pretty excited that I'm, partly there, getting some stuff and breeding some stuff. So it's going. So the next thing I do is get cleaned up. I showered and get all pretty. So I'm gonna go do that and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so welcome back. I took a shower, got all prettied up for you, did my hair, took off my hat because my hair is growing out long, so right now it's all nice and tame. But enough about me. Let me get started on what we have right now for you, or what I was up to this past weekend. So I went to Hamburg, picked up a new edition which I'm really super excited about. It's one of our future projects. So no further ado, I'm gonna show you what I picked up. So guys, I'm back and I got a new addition to my collection. If you guys have been following me on Instagram, if you don't, make sure you follow me on this link above. But this guy is my newest addition. So I went to Hamburg to pick up bugs because crickets has been a little hard to find. I'm gonna do a review on a great company that I do work with, and then I'll show you what it has to do. So right now this guy is actually a Nuana. I'm sorry. This is a Nuana PDX. From what I remember. If I butchered it, I'm sorry. I'm kind of still a little sleepy and still awake. But this is a Nuana male, and if you guys, people that are into leeches, realize that males are actually really hard to come by. I have plenty of females, and I have one that's available for sale soon, because I'm having such a hard time finding males that, anyway. But anyway, this guy is a Nuana PDX mix. And what that means is actually from Philippe's line. So I got this guy from Leaping Leeches at Hamburg. So I wasn't planning to buy anything at Hamburg. I literally was honestly just going for bugs. But I wanted to stop by and say hi to Steve because I enjoyed last time that I went to his show. To his place. And if you guys saw the blog below above, I'll show you a link in that description. But the PDX line, the Nuana line, they're slightly bigger. So what happens is their Nuanas are locale in New Caledonia, where the leeches are actually a lot smaller and a lot pinker. This guy's actually a little bit bigger, and this guy's actually gonna go to my Moro Grantaire cross. Because he's slightly bigger, I'm okay crossing that line. I'm not into crossing a lot, but I do have some cross leeches, and what my goal is that I want to provide some, leeches that are pure locale, and my process is to buy all the locales. I do have some Nuana hatchlings, but they won't be ready for this guy, so I'm probably going to buy another male at some point. But right now, this guy is being grown out to go with that Grantaire Grantaire Moro cross. And what it is I want to provide some leeches that are a little bit more affordable, that are going to go for the pet trade. I want to make sure that people can afford, your certain things. I still don't know how much I'm going to sell them for, because it's a couple years down the road. But again, you guys can see this lychee. I don't know if he's ready to pounce, but I'm gonna show you a close up. And one thing I'm gonna tell you guys is that the way you can tell nuanas is that they're spotting. Let's see if the camera focuses. There's spots in the spots, like little black speckles, and that's what tells the nuana apart. So this is the guy, all right? And he doesn't have a name for it yet, so if you guys want to name him, put some comments below, and I'll show you the next thing I've been up to. Alright guys, I'm back. So another thing that I wanted to show you guys is actually, you'll see them somewhere in the screen. So I think I'm gonna put that up there, or I'll just show you what I'm up to. So I've been working for a couple of years and trying to find Pictus Geckos. Now Pictus Geckos are the Madagascar ground geckos. They're really, they used to be very popular. They used to be everywhere, and somehow I guess they were selling for too cheap, and that's what happens in the pet trade, and then they just disappeared. So they're very hard to find lately. Only a few breeders out there that work with the locale. This is my first year breeding, and I'm so happy that I'm very successful with it. Now there's a couple of tricks with Pictus Geckos. The problem is that Pictus Geckos breed very easily, but that's actually their downfall. What it is that the females will breed so often, they will lay so many eggs that they literally just crash and die, which is not a good thing. So to prevent that, there's a lot of things that you have to kind of do. They need a little bit more moisture, so you need more of a bioactive setup for them. But they also like the enclosures to be a little bit more secluded. So they're a great gecko. They're not a gecko that everybody thinks that it will for them when you're going to try to breed them, and that's the problem. The other thing about them is that they are prone to metabolic bone disease, but the reason behind that is because they're not like leopard geckos and fat-tailed geckos, where they actually would lick the calcium off of like a dish like the other ones. Pictus geckos tend to need it in their dusting in their food. So, you know, of course, as you know, with calcium, too much could be a problem, too little could be a problem. So finding that balance has been a little hard with them. But after 2 years in the works, I got new Pictus Gecko hatchlings, and I'm actually gonna take some to Repticon. So Repticon in Baltimore, I'm actually coming towards you in 3 weeks or 4 weeks, just about Memorial Day weekend. So we'll be there. Make sure you check us out, and I'm gonna show you a couple more things, and then I'm gonna end this vlog because I don't want it to be too long. But again, I have Pictus Gecko. Alright guys, so here's Ricky. He's not happy that I'm in his enclosure, but he's been in a commercial before. So if you see Postmates, he's there. So I'm gonna clean his enclosure. He needs a new plant because it died. They kind of die after a while. So, but he's getting a new enclosure today. So he's super excited for that, and I think he thinks he's getting food. So let me go feed him. So guys, here is my albino ball python. She's actually a albino genetic stripe female. So I'm super excited about her. She's growing a little slow. She's not a big eater. She only tends to eat every other week. I'm not sure why. I offer it twice a week. She just won't take it. So she's growing a little slower. So, but she's super chill. It's one of my friendliest snakes, and hopefully, I know she's not gonna be ready to breed next year, but this is a plan that I want to do in like 3 years, get into these guys. So I'm gonna show you the different ones, okay? Alright guys, this is my pastel male. He's actually my meanest snake, believe it or not. I'm not show you the most chill snake, but he just doesn't like to be touched. I pick him up to clean him and stuff, and he's just that kid. So I'm not sure what's wrong with him. I don't know why he doesn't like it, but you know, that's just your boy. But alright, go on. Alright guys, so this is Fred the snake. I love this snake. When I saw this at the show, I just couldn't get enough of the snake.
We really don't know what's in it. Well, we do know what's in it, but we compared it to other ones of the kind, and he is a male, so he's not gonna get huge, but he's gonna get a decent size. So right now he's an entry sugar. So you can see the sugar and like the redding on the spots, but we actually haven't seen one with this much white in it. So he held the other ones back, and so you can see his rings. And and then I called him up after because I just couldn't get this snake out of my head, and literally I had to have him. So he was willing to part with it because like we talked a lot doing the show, and it was his first show he's ever done. And he's like, to this day he still doesn't know what else could be in this snake. He just knows what he bred together. So I don't know. I don't know much about ball pythons. I've been studying and reading, but look at that. I can never get amazed. So named him Fred. Alright guys, my next one, I just cleaned their enclosures so they're nice and fresh. This one is my lesser female, and I just love the yellows, and eventually I want to do blue-eyed leucistic, so this will be a great pairing when I get another one. But look at those colors. The camera doesn't do it justice. Guys, last but not least is my sugar. I'm sorry, she's not sugar. She's a spider ball python head for ghost. This girl is actually my first snake ever. I got her for a really incredible deal, and I was like, why not? I was like, I'm gonna see if I can keep these guys alive and working with them. Not that anybody should get a reason to get one, but she's just amazing. I had her for only about like I want to say 8 months, but she was really small. She hadn't even had a meal when I got her, and I've been slowly growing her out, and I love her, to tell her the truth. But she's always hungry, so when I go in her cage and try to grab her, first thing I have to do is actually go in and use, a pair of tongs or a hook to get to her, because look, as you can tell, she's already hungry. And I know it's feeding day for her, because I usually feed her. I'm gonna start feeding her twice a week, so normally today's feeding day. But I clean her enclosure, so I have to feed her first and get her all situated. But love that girl, and then eventually I want to get bumblebees. So alright, so that leaves it to my snakes, and I'll wrap up this vlog.
Well guys, I showed you a couple of my snakes. I showed you my Chameleon, which was just a quick snapshot. I'll put the link below on the commercial that he was in, so in case you guys want to see it. It's pretty cool that one of my animals was in a commercial. And then other than that, give me a call for certain things. If you have any questions or anything, of course my number is on my website at jsexotics.com. And of course follow us on everything Snapchat, everything like Instagram and all that cool things and all that at Jay's Pet Reptiles. And of course, do what you love, because if not, what's the point of it? And again, I want to thank you so much for supporting me, supporting my passion. And I didn't show everything today, and I apologize for that. It just, I think that I want to do a whole room tour, so I gotta get the room ready just for a room tour. Just because I'm in the middle of the breeding season, it's a little hard with much of the stuff that I do, and I do mostly, not everything by myself, but for like 98% of the things I do by myself. So, alright, until next time, again, it's Jay Rogers. Do what you love, because if not, what's the point of it?